How's it going, dinguses? Isn't it weird that when you clasp your hands together, there's a right way and there's a wrong way? Explosions. They're big, they're loud, they're scary, and they look like this. Lots of things explode. Grenades, cars, a microwave, almost any sports ball if you have an air pump in a dream. You know what else explodes? Bombs. And you know what else bombs? Movies. You see where I'm going with this? Today I want to talk about Hot Seat, a movie that completely bombed and got a nice and stinky 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hot Seat, more like Hot Sheet, because that's what the movie is. The reason I even know about this movie is because I was in a random hotel like 5 years ago, turned on one of those 24-hour movie channels. Hot Seat came on, I watched it, and I still remember it because that's how bad it was. So bad, it's gotten reviews like, everything in this movie sucks, or could be one of the worst movies ever made, or hint, if anyone get to you to hack stuff for it and menace you / your fam, you are lost already. You must do nothing not as powerful to do all on its own. Do you guys understand why I wanted to talk about this movie yet? What's even funnier than the reviews for this movie is the casting. It's a low-budget independent film. You'd expect mostly small-name actors, and no. Mel Gibson. Yes, that Mel Gibson, and yes, that Mel Gibson. But hey, with such a star-stunted cast, you know this movie's about to be amazing. We start with a peaceful, regular day in the park. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming, and psych explosion. This is an action movie. You thought we were gonna spend time in the park like sissies? Okay, wait. I promised myself that I would not stop the movie too much, but there's already so much to make fun of here. Why do they keep cutting to a timer if this guy's gonna detonate a bomb by hand anyway? Why does this guy not react more to the fact a bomb just went off?
The hell?
Do they have any more budget for special effects? I want to keep the video moving, but there's so much to make fun of in this movie. We're introduced to our main character, Orlando. He's a washed-up ex-criminal of some kind who cares more about work than his family. Super original. And so, he gets served a hot pile of divorce papers before he goes to work. Even with that life-changing information, he's still more focused on getting this drive from what I can only assume is a Buddhist book? I don't know. And when a character picks work over family, you kind of expect it to be something serious or at least important.
We save you IT, how can I help?
He's an IT customer service guy who talks more to his computers than customers.
Good morning, ladies. Time to wake up.
And even when he did end up getting a call, the movie couldn't even bother getting a real old lady to answer the phone.
Isn't that the computer?
This is a man's voice. I couldn't even find an old lady in the cast. The second main character, Enzo, comes in to watch some magic happen.
Some people call it magic.
Okay, so to fix this old lady's router, Orlando starts doing some high-tech hacking stuff, which looks impressive at first until you realize they literally just use a fake hacking website for this. It's so obvious that when I went to the website, I was able to get the same lines of code by mashing around for just a couple minutes. Go to Hacktop on your own, it's actually a lot of fun. So obviously, Orlando is a hacking genius. And not only that, he's quite the charmer.
It's called charm, bro.
Can't you tell? By the way, if the dialogue that I've shown you so far seems unnatural, that's because it is.
Hell no. Hell yeah. Whoa, dude, that was good, man.
Bro dude, man. That was so cool rad bro dude. Cool. Man. It also seems like the movie was trying to do a Die Hard thing here, where you set it during a holiday season in hopes that it will become a holiday classic. But it falls really flat since this is like the last time they bring up Christmas and it's set in New Mexico, quite possibly the least Christmassy place I could think of.
Reports of a bomb going off in Neal Park.
That dude looks familiar.
Not anymore, my friend.
Is he saying that because the man is dead? Luckily, this pair of witty cops who constantly berate each other, very original dynamic, are on the job.
10 pounds of Semtex, most likely remotely wired to a medium-range detonator.
Oh, so it was one of the kids who blew up the car.
Whoever did this wanted to watch.
Also, how did he find all of that out? Stuff that usually needs a full forensic team just by looking at the remains of a car. What do we got here, boss? Blown up car.
50 pounds of Semtex. Set off by a medium-range detonator. He wanted to watch it happen, that sick freak. You figured all that out already? That's why you're the boss. That's not all. Look here. You can tell he's insecure and awkward.
Wait, what are you looking for?
Yeah, we're looking for a skinny, maybe short Caucasian guy with no swag. Son of a gun. He's an Imagine Dragons fan.
Oh no.
I'll do whatever it takes to find where his demons hide.
Oh.
You better believe it. He's gonna feel my thunder.
Oh no.
By the time I'm done with my enemy, all that's left will be bones.
Now, instead of going to his daughter's birthday, Orlando decided to go to work and then on work hours, call his daughter. Like a real loving father. Okay, I don't know why, but I was expecting her to be like way younger, like a toddler. I don't know. The way the party looks, the fact that the mom is the one throwing the party. But the actress was like 21 when they filmed the movie. And all of her party friends look like full-grown adults too. It's made even weirder by the way she talks throughout the movie.
Hey, who's that idiot in the back?
Like the role was for a 4-year-old, but she was all they could find. But at least Zoe seemed to like the single ribbon her dad got her for her birthday. Pivotal point in the movie, Orlando sits in his chair for the first time, and boom, there's a bomb underneath it. Enzo has to leave because his sandwich isn't good enough.
New delivery guy's not getting away with this shit.
He's not joking, and there's actually just poop in the bag. He's just got a poop sandwich.
Funny poop joke.
Right after, Orlando starts getting ominous texts, but then a voice comes over the intercom.
Orlando, this is one problem there is no running from.
So why did he send the texts if he could just do that in the first place?
What the hell is this?
Fancy compass, apparently? So the base premise for the movie is that evil intercom guy is forcing Orlando to use his hacker abilities to hack into a bank. And hacking, you will see a lot of. This movie is 1 hour and 44 minutes, which is comparatively short nowadays, and it still could have shaved off 15 minutes from just getting rid of the hacking scenes. Like, this is a full 1 and 15-second montage of just techie screens and keyboard clacking noises. Does it add anything to the movie? No, it doesn't. But does it look super cool though? No, it also doesn't. The one good thing it does is make the parts where characters are actually interacting seem interesting by comparison. This is Ava, by the way, and she is the best part of the movie.
You crazy asshole! Let us out!
Her face remains in a perpetual state of despair as soon as she finds out about the bomb. This is a bit of a pet peeve of mine, but I really dislike when action movies use a timer to up the stakes, only to not abide by that time at all. Almost 3 minutes pass before this timer hits 0. For a movie about bombs, though, there's been a disappointing amount of explosions. At least until Enzo comes back into the office and then tries to run away.
Enzo, no!
I'm pretty sure they just cut to a still image of her head on the desk as like the impact. Whatever, it was still better than the opening explosion, so. Which, by the way, they show again. I guess they wanted to show it off one more time. Meanwhile, the cop continues to disclose information he shouldn't be able to know.
It's military. Pressure sensitive.
What do you mean it's We saw him detonate it by hand. But they get interrupted by a call to go to the office where Orlando's at.
You got a piece of cheese. There's got to be a pizza.
Or a lasagna.
Or a quesadilla.
Or a bigger piece of cheese.
Orlando, being the mega genius that he is, starts to take notes on the evil intercom guy. What do you mean knows me ? Of course he knows you. He's been revealing intimate details about Orlando's past this entire time.
You two were quite the Black Hat team back in the day.
Now, Orlando finishes hacking this bank, but evil intercom guy wants more.
I want to own the owners. Well?
All right, I'll do it.
Good boy.
That's the actual line. And this isn't a one-off thing either. Throughout this whole movie, evil intercom guy's acting like a Discord mod telling his kittens to behave.
There you go. Good girl.
It is unbelievably uncomfortable. But like a true Discord mod, Orlando breaks out the gaming keyboard, which is then followed by another excruciatingly long hacking scene. Woody cops to the rescue.
If you're the bomb squad guys, then blow me.
If you're the bomb squad guys, blow me. slob on my knob. Give me some sloppy toppy. Right now. The evil intercom guy is made to be like a genius in this movie, but this is the second time that his plan would have failed if Ava wasn't there to help out. Orlando tries to call his family secretly, but they're too busy having a birthday party to notice. A birthday party at which they are watching the news. Because what could be more fun? You know, at least they're staying informed. Could be worse. Good on them.
I got 2 fire teams ready to bust his ass before he knows what's up.
I can get in position anytime. Just say the words.
I love this cop guy because he just sounds so shy. He's like, yeah, I can do that if you want me to. But like, I just want to like help out. You know, the more I watch this movie, the more I feel like it's a Die Hard ripoff.
I just want to weigh our options before we orphan his baby.
The cop is the only one who thinks that Orlando's innocent, and he wants to help him instead of fight. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Back in the office, things are getting intense. Orlando's missing his family, and he could really use a pep talk. Let's see what Ava has to say.
Get your ass up off that chair. Figuratively.
And get your butt off of that chair. Okay.
Lots of windows up here, huh? By now, Tactical Protocols will have at least 3 trained shooters right on you.
Yeah, or just one kind of nervous guy. Evil intercom guy forces Orlando to read a message on TV, threatening the cops and admitting that he's the bad guy. And they almost believe him, but the wife waits to the very last minute to show them this message.
He called and he left a message, and it sounds like there's someone in the background.
Hey, Orlando, you're famous.
Oh my God.
I hear him.
Do you, Mel? Were your keen detective ears able to pick up on that one? Also, I just want to make this really clear. I don't like Mel Gibson at all. I think he's a bad guy who's done a lot of bad things. But the disparity between his acting and the rest of the cast is palpable.
Well, that's not fair. Jackson's not old and washed up.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
And even with that, the writing is so bad that he still sounds stupid.
Queen is the most valuable player on the board. Just check the facts. What's the next move, Chief? Okay, I'm through the 4th wall.
POV, you're a Titan from Attack on Titan.
I'm through the 4th wall. Shit!
Shit.
Yeah, you know, that stinky thing that drops from your butt. No, it just occurred to me that this entire movie is basically an ad for Emerge gaming chairs. Like, Emerge gaming chairs. So comfortable. Even with the bomb strapped at the bottom, you wouldn't want to stand up. We get the classic action movie trope of somehow quantifying digital security and then comparing it to the Pentagon.
Look, the Pentagon is a 10, it's a 12.5.
Luckily, Orlando's already putting in password attempts like 12345 and Dragon. Hacking genius, everybody. Okay, I want to talk about the gaming keyboard again. I just realized that there's no obvious logo or product placement with this thing. So some writer seriously thought it would be so cool if you had a light up rainbow LED keyboard. Anyway, the cops are sneaking around the building now trying to assess the situation. And for some reason they keep cutting back to this police chief. All she's doing is chewing gum. They show her putting a new piece of gum in her mouth multiple times. They find someone hiding on the 4th floor of the building and send some cops to go after him.
Me and you got unfinished business. Click clack.
Moo? Cows that type? Cows that type on gamer keyboards? Big surprise, it's a trap. And the younger of the Bomb Squad guys dies. Bomb Squad guys dies. Younger of the Bomb Squad guys gets killed.
It's a bomb, everybody get out!
Although, only after they pad out the movie with like 5 minutes of a SWAT team running around. In the chaos following the explosion, the evil intercom guy decides to reassert his dominance.
Well, who's the bitch now? Oh, that wasn't a rhetorical question. Hey! Who's the bitch now?
I'm the bitch.
Leave me out of your foreplay. I'm so evil, what should I do next? For some reason, the police chief gives the go-ahead for the sniper to shoot Orlando, even though it's very clear he's being held hostage. Did that bullet just lift his shirt up? That's not how it works at all. And I can't stop laughing at the sniper's reaction to this.
It's a miss. Thank God.
Thank gosh. Orlando finishes up his hacking and then asks to be let go. Now, the evil intercom guy has to physically go into the bank to get into the last vault. And so now Mel comes back into the room to save them.
How much do you weigh? How much do I weigh? Yeah. 175? 175 solid or 177, because it matters.
Does it matter? Orlando has been hopping around on that seat the entire movie. And there was an explosion earlier. I'm starting to think there's not even a pressure-sensitive bomb on his seat.
There's no way out.
Except there is one way out. Orlando resets the bank's security and does this.
Run! Go!
See, if it weren't for a merged gaming chair's smooth rolling wheels, things could have gone very badly.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, he's alive.
But I'm confused, because why didn't they just set a heavy item on top of the chair or something? If it is actually a pressure switch. Either way, the day is saved. Everyone's alive, everyone should be happy. Look how happy the daughter is. But Mel and the police chief notice that something's still off.
Is that standard in elevators?
It being blown up? I think that's a fairly unique feature to this one. Anyway, big reveal, Enzo is still alive. And he's taking Orlando's family hostage on the roof of the building. We learned that Orlando's hacking crime in the past caused Enzo's dad to lose all of his life savings, and then he commits Sudoku. So even after Enzo's shot, he wants his final revenge. He triggers the detonator on the bomb jacket that he put around Zoe.
Hold on, relax.
It's counting down.
I don't know why they're struggling. Enzo literally just set the jacket on top of her. Just take it off. It seems pretty simple. How do you change your clothes every day, Orlando? But no. Instead, Mel has to come in and cut a wire to save the day. What a hero. We get a nice falling action as everyone reconvenes. The police chief shows her immense gratitude.
Thanks for helping out.
And the family walks off towards a fire truck. You know, I admire the director for immediately putting his name after that garbage pile of a movie. And before you get mad at me for dogging on an independent film, this guy is the same dude who made Hate Crime, a movie so horrible that it was banned in the UK for its focus on sexual violence. I do not feel bad making fun of this dude. In all seriousness though, this movie's just an inconsistent mess. The pacing is super weird because it's supposed to be a fast action film, but most of it is spent just looking at a dude typing in his chair. Not to mention, it is ridden with continuity errors. The amount of time Orlando moves up his glasses only for them to be down in the next shot is kind of hilarious, actually. There's one time where he moves up his glasses and then in the next shot moves up his glasses again. On paper, the plot is kind of interesting. An ex-hacker is framed for more crimes while he's under threat of being blown up. But the movie falls so flat with its bad acting, corny writing, and unnecessarily long coding scenes. The movie could have easily been like 25 minutes shorter than it is. And although that might not have saved it, at least I wouldn't have had to watch it for so long. I don't mind the simplification of the hacking stuff. I know a lot of people get up in arms when movies like Mission Impossible oversimplify coding and digital stuff. That's because the reality is coding is both complicated and boring for an outside viewer. I'm fine if they throw random firewalls and coding language at me to make it seem more interesting. I just wish that they would try to make it look a little bit more real. But my biggest complaint is the twist at the end of the movie about Enzo being the big villain could have been good if they didn't show us his face blowing up a car at the very beginning of the movie. I couldn't find the budget for this film, but I bet about 0% of it went to the special effects because yowie. Anyway, I don't really have much more to say. There might be a loose moral in the movie about how you can change after doing a bad thing, but it's buried under the endless cliche one-liners and coding jargon. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the video and, have a great day. Mm-hmm.